Welcome back, everybody, to another exciting edition of Sussing It Out. I am, of course, the Sussman, Rick Sussman, still here in the Fortress of Nerditude in all of its glory. Good stuff. So, you noticed yesterday we didn't have an update. That was on purpose. You noticed the title of this episode of Sussing It Out, this chapter, Chapter 9, A Day Off. It's something that actually means a lot to me, believe it or not, being able to just have a day. If you read Modern Hero, and I hope you are, and more on that on another blog, you'll know that the main character, James, he has Saturdays to himself. He just loves Saturday. He loves having a day off, a day where anything is possible. You can go to the bank or run errands or just sit on the couch and do absolutely nothing. And that's what yesterday was. And I forgot I like having days like that. I hadn't had one in a little bit of a while. Which isn't to say that it's been like longer than a week. I think my last real good day off was about 2 weeks ago. And the reason for that is, in retail management or otherwise, if you're in retail in any part of it, especially the higher up part, you barely get any days off in a row at all. If you're lucky, if you get one day off a week sometimes. In the holidays, forget it, you're not getting any days off. But I work for a guy who makes it his goal in his schedule making that if you were to want 2 days off in a row, you get 2 days off in a row. So people ask me, well, what's your days like, blah, blah. And I tell them, well, I work Friday through Tuesday, and then Wednesday is my Saturday, and Thursday is my Sunday. I'm also lucky because my wife started her new gig. They gave her Thursdays off as part of her everyday life. So Thursday is kind of the day for her and I to just sort of do whatever. Now, normally Thursdays I do spend them playing HeroClix with a buddy of mine, and like game testing new games that I play for the store that I work at and things like that. But this week was a little different. A friend of mine had let me borrow a video game, The Last of Us. I can probably do a review of that. I'm in only like hour 3 of gameplay. Full disclosure, I am a terrible gamer. I've been a terrible gamer for a long time, and anyone who knows me knows I primarily just play football games because I like to pretend that I'm a coach. But I've been playing Last of Us. I did that on my day off, and it was really good so far. Now, I can tell you that the gameplay is a little repetitive, I gotta do this to do that, and if these one random pseudo-zombies infected whatever show up called clickers, if they just touch you, you can't really stop them. You have to have like a pipe or a gun or something, and that's fine. It's all well and good. Video games are designed to be a little tough after all, so I'm okay with that. So I guess my review of Last of Us, even though I'm only a couple hours in, is that it's a really good game. But back to the point at hand, a day off. Not enough people do this. In our country, as my buddy Charles said in a recent vlog of his, if you're not working, you're scum. You're the scum of the earth. You're not working hard. You're not plowing the fields. Oh, you gotta work hard, and you gotta be a member of society, and all this random Glenn Becky and horse stuff. I haven't cursed yet on my vlog. I don't want to start yet. And I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. I don't believe any of that. I think that if you work very hard, you should be able to relax in the same vein. I am welcomed or visited by, I suppose, a number of folks from the UK just about every day at my work, and they're always on holiday. And their holiday is 2 or 3 weeks, and this is, just sort of what they do. They come to America, they spend gobs and gobs of money because the pound is, I think somebody mentioned recently that it's $1.50 to a pound. So essentially, if you buy, if you go to England, you're almost paying $2 per item, and not quite, but a Coke in America will cost you $1. That same Coke in England will cost you $2. For the English, it'll cost them like 50 cents, and more like 75 cents, but around there. So it's much cheaper here. The stuff is much cheaper here. So they come here and they come to comic book stores and buy $1 million worth of stuff. And hey, that's awesome. But they get more than their fair share, I feel, of holidays. And I think it has a lot to do with the culture that we live in that says here in America you need to work every day of the week. My old man, my dad, works probably 200 to 300 days of the year, and he loves it. He adores it. He might not tell me such, he might not say such, but at his age, doing what he does, yeah, he's got bills to pay just like everybody else, but I really think that this has just been his life for so long that he just wants more of it. And my boss, he might be the same way, and hell, I might be the same way, because I make so much work for myself. On my days off, I make sure to take notes about the vlogs I'm going to write, or write more in Modern Hero, or draw more, or do something. We call them hobbies, but in reality, they're time consumers. And I wonder if that's just part of our culture. If we are sort of impossibly busy. One of my friends has said such, my buddy Kai. He would always tell me that I was the busiest person that he knew. When in reality, my busyness is really just me laying on the couch, or me going to the pool, or doing some exercise or something. But I was always doing things. And that has always rung true in my head. And I do need to be a little bit more chilled, a little bit more relaxed. Just find something to make you calm, make you happy. For all intents and purposes, this trip around the sun that we get, some of us get 75 rotations, others get 100, some only get 25, others get 13, others get even less. And we work so hard every day. This is the only reality that we know to be true. All others could be myth. So take some time today, or tomorrow, or Monday, whenever it is that you get time. Go outside, stay inside, whatever. Listen to the sound of your heartbeat. Listen to the air. Listen to a cat purr. Listen to a dog pant. Listen to a child play. And remember that there is so much more than constantly moving. You're allowed to stay still for a little while. You won't miss much, I promise. That's it for today. That's been Sussing Out the Day Off. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much again for all the follows and all the shares and all the likes. I don't know where this is going exactly, but I thank you all very much for listening. It really does mean the world to me that somebody actually cares enough to comment. And though they don't comment so much on the YouTube, I get texts and I get Facebook messages and things like that. I get it from all of you, and I always reply with "that's so kind" and "that's so wonderful," and I genuinely mean that. So thank you all very much. I'll see you very soon.